Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Tuesday, February 18th. I don't remember what month it was. Hello, everybody.
Oi.
Hopefully you all had a good week last week. We had a good week last week.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. It's been busy. Of course, now my phone starts going crazy. It's a good thing it's in the other room. Hopefully everybody had a good week last week. We had a good week. Nothing too exciting to report on. EGA meeting was Thursday. As always, I had a good time with my peoples. I learned how to do the raised stem stitch. That was an interesting class. It wasn't really my cup of tea, but it's something that I can do for like an embroidery project should it come up. And I have to go answer this. Okay, sorry. Phone call. I have 2 funeral lunches to do on Saturday. Yes, 2 on the same day. It's going to be a long day. So, the head maintenance guy we needed to do some figuring. So, yay! Okay. Yeah, so hopefully you had a good week. We had a good week.
Sunday was a really good day to not do a
Sunday
thing.
was an excellent day to not do a thing because it snowed like all flippin' day. I think we got 6 inches of snow. And then, actually, between Sunday night and yesterday, a lot of it has blown and drifted, which has made some patches look like there's nothing, and some patches look like there's a metric ton, and
At least the car door opens now.
at least your car door works now. Opening was not the problem, it was closing.
My car door got stuck yesterday. I actually didn't go to work because, and like as soon as it got sunny and warmed up, I figured out what the problem was. The internals where it got wet and then they froze because it was really cold and really weathery.
It's still really cold.
So I found out what the thing to do was. I blasted about a quarter of a can of WD-40 into the mechanism, and I haven't had a problem since.
Oh, I ordered another can of WD-40.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's been really cold the last couple of days. This morning was, what? It was single digits. The kids didn't have school today. Obviously, they didn't have school yesterday.
5 to 9?
President's Day. It's going to be really cold again tomorrow morning. I don't think the kids are going to have school tomorrow. Which, if the kids down in the school district where I teach PSR don't have school on Wednesday, I don't have to teach PSR on Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for me. Of course, then when I go back, the kids will probably be like, are we gonna be able to get through? So I make a deal with the kids, and this is kind of one of those things. In an interest of getting them to behave and pay attention at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when they've spent all day in school, I tell them that the faster we get done with the lesson, the more time they have at the end of the day to goof off until dismissal time. And then tell them that if we get through all of the lessons in the book before the end of the school, by the last day of PSR, before the last day of PSR, the last day of PSR, we don't do anything. We go outside and run around and play. The thing is, I don't actually have enough lesson plans for the last day of PSR. There's usually just one enough short. So, A, this gives me built-in if we have snow day issues, but B, there are things that I can take out if we have a massive amount of snow days.
We haven't even had snow days. We've had Mother Nature drop the thermostat and hasn't picked it back up yet.
So, if I'm thinking correctly, Christmas break got extended by a day because of a snow day. There was a snow day, a few weeks ago.
Didn't they lose 2 to 3 days during
the
negative
lost
13
2 days
trip?
back after Martin Luther King Day because of negative weather. This is a day because of they've actually lost more days because of cold than they have actual snow. And for anybody who was in school in the 90s or thereafter in the Midwest, don't be telling me you didn't get cold days, because I know you got cold days. Because I remember in the mid-90s, we got a whole week off of school because of cold. I'm tired of hearing this. We didn't get these days off for everything from my generation. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Moving along.
I can already tell you why we didn't have that many days like that when I was growing up.
You lived in New Jersey.
We didn't get that cold.
You lived in New Jersey.
There's this thing called the ocean. It's really good for keeping temperatures above zero. Keep in mind, I'm talking Fahrenheit. It still gets cold, but like if it was snowing at the shore, it was a very devastating snowstorm that literally bullied the hot air.
There is another snowstorm that's going actually south of us through like Missouri, Tennessee, North Carolina. It's kind of rolling along that line. Because of this deep Arctic air, we're not getting hit with that snowstorm. Because of this deep Arctic air, that snowstorm is actually not going to be as bad as they thought it was going to be this time last week. So I suppose, as much as I hate it,
cold weather prevents the formation of precipitation.
There are going to be a few advantages, especially if school gets canceled tomorrow. You know. Okay.
Hey, I'm just glad I got through all my stuff that I had to do today.
Hold, please. Need to go get the list of commenters. Yes, you had a lot of stuff you had to get through, and you got through your list. Yay.
And I feel horrible because there's a lot of prep work, and there was a lot of prep work, and people were really confused because I wasn't there, and people needed stuff in a hurry, and I wasn't there, and I felt horrible, but, like, I didn't have a car.
That's really weird. It looks like there's a spot on my shirt, but there's not.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah, there is. I see it now.
Okay. So shall we continue?
I got some lunch on me.
Okay.
Let's shout out our commenters and carry on, because I need to make dinner.
Teresa and Tamara.
Thank you all so much for your comments. Thank you to everybody who watched our videos. We appreciate it.
Yarp.
Let's start with whips.
I did something.
You have whips.
Whip.
You have whip.
It is Carol Manning Designs Ruby from the Shooting Star collection.
Carolyn.
I said Carolyn.
You said Carol.
I said Carolyn, and I kind of messed up Link, because I was going to say Carol. I was going to add something else to it. I'm bad at pronouncing names, okay? Just if you do that for.
I was just trying to help you out.
Okay, and I got some stuff in here. Like, I know this stuff I got, and this, but it's like, it was just, I completed this area up here. And then basically ADD with one color. It goes here, here, here. Then there are two more here, like this color here. Like you see here, 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 and here. This is like, I don't think I actually have enough floss of that color, because at least this one corner, this is like just the most prolific color. This is just on a piece of white Ada. Nothing special about that, but hey, I got stitches!
I think it's 16 counting it. Yay, you got stitches! And I'm gonna attempt to remember to take a picture of that before you start stitching on it again. Like, I'll take a picture of it tonight. And put it on my computer.
Well, while you're talking, I'll just do this.
Okay.
Your turn, I'm done.
Okay, my turn. So I have I can already tell you, my star pictures are not going to get put in here. It is what it is at this point. So I started the week for Possum Week, the Virginia Possum Week, with my Sal prompt, the Star Touched Meadow Sal by Carolyn Manning. This is the February block, Violets and Irises. And I did 438 stitches on this. It's a great stitch to take with me to Monday Stitch when I go, because it's pretty easy to follow along. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how much consistency I'm gonna have.
Carolyn Manning and Egg Circles both like the similar patterns, and I like them.
So I pretty much kind of have just started in the middle, and I've been working my way out with color. And I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. It just seems to go easier to work my way out in a circle, and then I know I'll get to a certain point where I kind of have to do the corners, and I won't be able to like go round with corners, but at this point, going like that is so much easier.
I have one of those. Legit. This is what I did. Ready?
What? Legitimate. Okay, so what I have done on this one and the other one I'm working on, which is January, which could be why it's going so quickly, is like I did. So like this color here, I went whoop the yellow in a circle, the purpley here. I'm not entirely sure where else there's some purple over in here, so we'll see. I mean,
well, keep in mind, I'm talking about the elemental dragons from Ink Circles, and they're not as easy as triangles. And I was having trouble following it, and I rotated it, and I went, oh, this is so much easier.
Stitch how you gonna stitch. I mean, would a judge look at you rotating the stitch? Probably would say something about your stitches not all going the same way. You're probably not going to get that judged. Because you and I have the same feelings about judging, I thought.
No, we have different feelings. Yours don't involve cuss words.
I've had a project judged. I don't need to have anything else judged in my life.
I got a product judged, and one of the other people we know who judge things looked at one of the scores and went, huh? They said I didn't have the best color choice for a sign.
Color balance. They said his color balance. Not color choice. Color balance. Which is different than color choice, because color choice is like this color plus this color plus this color. Color balance is how all your colors work together. There were 2 colors on the chart.
They're supposed to be contrasting colors. It's a sign. It's an easy to recognize. You know what? I guarantee that lady probably about a month later looked at an electrical box and went, "Oh."
It was our newest judge. She's used to judging differently than we judge, so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Next year, or this year, 2025. If I notice what I noticed this year, I will say something.
Well, you kind of are in charge.
Yes. Because she very much judged from the perspective of I can only have 1 first place. I can only have 1 second place. Like she judges traditionally with the county fair. We don't judge like that. We judge each piece on itself, not pieces against each other. She was judging pieces against each other. I could tell. That's just me. Moving along. I pulled out Christmas in Blue by Joan Elliott. This fit 2 prompts. Habitat for a Possum and something with an animal on it. Because there's a city on here and possums live in cities. So I did 830 stitches on this. This is on a 28 count opalescence, even weave. And all of my stitching I filled in up here, finished off the tree, and started working on the angel. It's a lot of fill on that angel, let me tell you. I think 400 stitches of this is fill on that angel. So that was Christmas in Blue. Put that away.
Flop.
Rotate.
Laura wishes it was flip-flop weather.
All I want for Christmas is a real good tan. Okay. Then I took out Harvest Hall, which was designed by Susan Bates, which was in the 2022 Keepsakes calendar. Sorry. Wiggling it in here. And this is on a piece of 32 count even weave. This was a really random die. I couldn't recreate it if I wanted to. Just so y'all know.
Didn't you screw that up?
I wasn't gonna say that. Yeah, it was a screw up.
Hey, honey.
Wait, it was a screw up for what I dyed it for. It works for this. I did 854 stitches on this. Stitch on something with grass and stitch on something you haven't stitched on in 2025. I did 328 stitches, which is like 600, whatever that is, doubled, in back stitch because I did start to back stitch around some of the stuff on the top. Just because I really did not want to wait till the very end to back stitch all of it. And I'm glad because it actually looks really nice with definition. And then I came down here and started working on the grass next to this side of the truck so I can work on back stitching that. Yee.
Oh.
Then I went ahead and worked on my monthly, the Nativity. I am impressed I got as much stitching done on this as I did, considering I had a funeral lunch on Saturday to do. I have one more monthly to finish before the end of the month, and I might get that done on Sunday. I have a feeling Saturday I'm not going to stitch. I just have this feeling. Oh, I started a new one of the figures, and that is, I started Joseph.
Huh? Hon, I was having fun with the name.
I know, but I was actually picking it, was going to pick it up. I started Joseph. I did 992 stitches on this. This is whatever the gray kit fabric was. 992 stitches. And I started in the middle and worked my way up. I think, yes, I could backstitch his head and face if I wanted to the next time I stitch this. I'm probably not going to. I was contemplating doing it, but then it was like, but then I'm going to have 2 funeral lunches to do on Saturday. I don't know what we're doing for dinner Saturday. I'm not planning it. I'm not fixing it. I'm not cleaning up from it.
I think I just got drafted.
You did?
We're having McDonald's. I'm not kidding, because that's easy to plan, easy to make, and easy to clean up.
And I'm probably going to have to go to church Sunday morning because I don't know that I'm going to be able to go to...
We can go Sunday.
I know I'm not going to be able to make it to Mass on Saturday.
So we're going to go first or second Mass.
I haven't decided.
We'll see when we wake up.
We'll figure that out when we get to a little bit later. Generally, we go grocery shopping first thing Sunday morning because that's when there's no people at the grocery store.
And they have double points.
And they have double points. But second Mass is the biggest attendance Mass. And it's a lot of people and I don't like it. So I have a feeling we're going to go to first Mass and then go grocery shopping. Oh, I used my pass on Stitch on Your Most Unique Whip for Possum Week. And that was my stitching for the week. I just have one more thing. It's not really whip. It's not really a finish. It's a fully finished. I realize I don't share my FFOs very much. I mean, I have not been FFOing as much lately, but I realize I don't really share my FFOs. But I finished this. I got the bright idea in my head last Monday. at 8 o'clock at night to FFO this. So I went up to my craft room and I started looking for the pieces I needed.
Oh, that's what the flip you needed those things
FFO
for.
And after going through all of my FFOing stuff, I still couldn't find the bits I needed. So I called Joe into the room and said, I need your help! I need you to hold the flashlight up. And Joe was ready for bed. It was 9 o'clock at night. Joe was ready for bed. Joe, God love him, is standing there in his boxers, holding his phone up with his flashlight on, going, is this really a 9 o'clock at night problem? And I am standing in my closet in my craft room going, yes, this is a 9 o'clock at night problem. My house is 100-some-odd-year-old farmhouse. The closets are ridiculously weird. There's no light in my craft room closet. That's why I needed a flashlight. But Joe stood there with a flashlight for me so that at 9 o'clock at night I could find my jumbo paint stir sticks to put them together to make a piece of barn board to put Dimension Scenic Farm on. Yes, folks, this is paint stir sticks. I don't know. Some of you know my trick. Some of you don't. So these are the jumbo ones that are for 5-gallon buckets. These are the gallon-size regular ones. I just braced it together with these and some regular craft sticks. Painted it brown. Did a dry brush technique with like a dark red. It looks like barn board. And it's perfect for this. And we were talking about this at EGA at 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. I really didn't think I was going to get this finished to take with me to EGA for the month to show off. But I did manage to finish it. And we were talking about my technique with the paint sticks to look like board. And because if I was able to, a lot of my stuff would be finished on antique barn board. Because I like the look, it goes with my aesthetic. I cannot afford a piece of antique barn board this size that's like $100, or probably $50 actually for something this size, to FFO my cross stitch on. That's just, but with some slats of wood, some paint stir sticks, slats of wood, looks about the same. Everybody was impressed with this because they really didn't realize it was the stir sticks. And I love how this came out. I do need to put something on the back of it so I can hang it up because I do need to hang this up.
2 things. One,
what?
Let's see it real quick. Get 2 of the smaller sticks. Put it here and here. Make a thing and touch it here.
I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm gonna put.
And another thought I had. This is perfect, okay? But if you had a smaller piece with these sticks, you could do white border like it's the white trim on a barn with the smaller sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how this is perfect for how wide this is, but this is the length of these sticks. So if it was shorter, you could put like runs going down the side looking like white barn wood.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'll probably just put a piece of fabric or something from here to here that it'll hang on. It'll work.
I know. I was just making a comment because I just thought it'd be cool. Like, basically, you make it look like it's a part of the wall. I was thinking, hey, that'd look cool if it was part of the door.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm weird.
So, haul? He has no haul.
Yeah, I don't stitch enough for haul. I'm probably not gonna. I know that's probably blasphemy for many people, but I'm trying to hold off on stitching until I actually get something done.
That's not. I honestly really haven't been wanting to buy as much stitchy stuff because I want to get some stuff done. That being said, Freebie Table got me at EGA. This is an anchor kit, and it's an orchid. I cannot grow orchids. I can grow orchids, I can't get them to rebloom. So I will stitch an orchid that never dies, and I don't have to worry about trying to get it to rebloom. Excuse me. This is, what is this? This is by the Cricket Collection, And it is Playing with Jacks. This was really big a few years ago. Why are there dogs just running down the street? Oh, there's the person. This was big a few years ago. Why does it look like there's two things in here? There isn't, but it looks like there is. I'm looking for a copyright date on it.
May I?
Where's the copyright date?
10/14.
That doesn't have the year.
14.
Okay. So 2014. That doesn't seem. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Anyways,
That's my best guess.
I've wanted to get this for a long time. Because I really like it. No, I will not stitch the pumpkin face. I will just make him a solid pumpkin. And then I picked up Fine Lines. Is an old issue of Fine Lines magazine. Don't ask me when this is from, because it ain't got a date on it. Summer 2002.
Punk.
I was already out of high school at that point, and this is old. But it's got a couple of really nice samplers in it to stitch, and I will probably never actually stitch this, but that is a stonework piece designed by my EGA president. I will probably never stitch it. Actually, I'm missing part 1, but I could probably get my hands on part 1. It's pretty. And I had to have it because it's got... But I really like the samplers in it. Once I learned that samplers were not just repetitive piles of alphabet, I really kind of like them. Shocker. Shocking. Plans? Do you have plans?
My brain's fried right now. I'll let you know next week.
Okay.
I might do something. I might not. Today's been a long day.
Okay. Well, I have plans. And for those of you who are astute enough to have picked up on it, yes, today is Tuesday. We are filming on Tuesday. Yesterday, stuff happened. End of story. Shit happened. That being said, I picked out my pieces for Giant Panda Week. There is kind of one reason why I kind of just went ahead and did it, and that is because I needed one specific piece for one prompt, and I had 2 options for a second prompt, and of those 2 options, only one could be doubled into another prompt, and it is a 200 stitch count week. I don't like doing just 200 stitches on a project. So let's talk about Giant Panda Week, shall we? So, prompt 1 is pandas eat almost nothing but bamboo shoots and leaves. Occasionally they eat other vegetation, fish, or small mammals, but it's mostly bamboo. So, stitch on a whip that you can connect to the panda's diet. The sampler that shall not be named has some fish on it and some other vegetation, which would connect back to panda's diet.
Bandy?
The second one is the one in which I only had 2 choices, really. I probably could connect the second option to prompt 1 if you would really rather me stitch on that one than the sampler that shall not be named husband. But prompt 2 is the bamboo's distinctive colors, black and white.
The bear's distinctive colors.
What?
You said the bamboo.
sorry, the bear's black and white colors. So, to stitch on a whip that is monochromatic or only one or two colors. To stitch on a whip that is monochromatic or in no more than two colors or in black and or white or combination. I have two projects that are monochromatic. The Sampler That Shall Not Be Named and Leave a Kiss by Long Dog Sampler.
No, it isn't. Just because it's variegated floss doesn't mean it's not monochromatic.
Leave a Kiss is monochromatic because it is a solid.
No. Lace corset.
Okay, so then technically I have 4 that would fit this. However, I have already stitched on Quaker Turtle and Lace Corset. So what I have left, my options are the Sampler That Shall Not Be Named or Leave a Kiss.
You can just do the sampler.
I was going to say, I could tie Leave a Kiss back into number 1 if you really wanted me to.
No, you can do the WD sampler thingy.
Number 3 is during shoot season, that is when bamboos are in their shoots and just starting to grow. Pandas store a large amount of foods in preparation for the months succeeding the seasonal period in which pandas live off a diet of bamboo leaves. Stitch on a whip that you can tie into the months listed above. That is the months of shoot season, which is April to August. I could come up with something somewhere, I'm sure, but I have a free pass.
Actually, there's an easy one, but you already did it.
What?
Greyhound year.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It's a calendar!
Like I said, I could come up with something.
But you've also already done it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and I have a free pass. Number 4. When a cub is first born, it is pink, blind, and toothless, weighing only 3.2 to 4.6 ounces, or it's about the size of a stick of butter. A baby panda is born at about the size of a stick of butter. So, stitch on either your smallest whip or your newest start. I could have stitched on my newest start, but considering the fact that I've already technically stitched on it for this rotation, my smallest whip is Come All Ye Faithful. It was out of one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines. It's not really an ornament, but it was in the ornament issue. Anyways, that's my smallest whip. That's what I've been stitching on for it. And then number 5 is talking about the new pandas at the Smithsonian National Zoo. There is a link to the web. There is a link to the PandaCam. I will attempt to remember to link PandaCam to this video. So if you want to watch PandaCam, you can watch PandaCam. And stitch on any whip. Stitch on a whip of your choice and tell us what you like to watch on TV while you stitch. So I can just do Come All Ye Faithful on for that too. Okay. I have one more monthly and then the month is finished. I will probably want to stitch on something for, yearly. I have stitched on all 3 of my yearly pieces at this point, so I need to start my rotation again. So, here's where you get to make a choice. You can pick one of my 3 yearly pieces for me to stitch on. Choices are, they're all Cottage Garden samplings, so we have the Snowman Pirate, the Reindeer, Fairy House.
Have fun with the Cheshire Cat.
The Fairy House. He thinks that the mushroom on the Fairy House looks like...
The underneath part that you stitched.
The gills that I have stitched look like...
The
Chester
tail.
Cat. The tail of the Chester Cat. From Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is all. I have tried to condense this as much as I could, and it's still 35 minutes. I have to go cook dinner now. Like I said, my start pictures are not going to be in with my lips. So, thank you all so much for spending a little bit of time with us this week. What would we like them to do?
Please like, subscribe, bell notification, share, comment, all the YouTubes.
Do all the algorithm things. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this week. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. We hope you were entertained, and we hope you come back next week for some more fun with us. Until then,
Bye!